Good afternoon, everyone. We are live with Coventry University. Over to you, Nicola.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Salma Tui, and I'm here with my colleague Nicola. And we also have our colleague Rahul on the line, who is one of our India recruitment officers based out of Delhi. I'm so pleased to be sharing a cup of tea with you all, albeit virtual. I wish we were all in the same room, but the world doesn't allow it for now. So I hope that this will be adequate. We're going to spend around 35 minutes with you guys this morning, or this afternoon, should I say, talking about Coventry University, London. Nicola and I are both student recruitment officers for Coventry University, London, and I know that we're biased, but we truly believe that this is the best destination for international students, especially in the current climate with the brand new version of the post-study work visa. So in today's presentation, we're going to talk to you a little bit about our courses, what we offer, especially for January, and also the support that we offer you in terms of getting you career ready and all set up for that post-study work or that graduate route opportunity here in the UK. So as you can see, we're super friendly, super warm, and our ultimate goal, not only for Nicola, myself, Rahul, Steve, our whole admissions team, and everybody here at Coventry University London, but also our partners at SI UK, our main mission and the only reason why we wake up in the morning is to make sure that our students are successful. So you can be rest assured that we're very passionate about this and that we take your success and your happiness very, very seriously. And I really believe that Coventry University London is the ultimate destination for students who are looking to be career-ready graduates. First of all, we are in the heart of the financial district. So I don't know who's been to London before, but we are really, really privileged in that we are literally located on one of the most prestigious avenues in the world. We are just 30 seconds off Liverpool streets. And this is literally where all the wheeling and the dealing happens in the world. All the major insurance companies, finance companies, some of the biggest companies in the world that have transactions every week the size of the GDP of some small countries. This all happens about 30 seconds away from the university. And really, you can't beat that. So you're going to be rubbing shoulders in the coffee shops or in the restaurants or in the bars with some of the women and the men that are really, really change makers in the finance industry. So it's a really special and unique opportunity for you guys. We have, of course, fantastic facilities. They're industry standard facilities. We have all the tech to get you guys ready. We have access to things like Bloomberg and other things that I'll touch on soon. Of course, we have a super, super international outlook, and with that come global opportunities. So Coventry University is a massive university, and we are the London campus, and we are one of the largest providers of business education in Europe. We have just around 2,000 students from around 110 different countries. So when you did your undergraduate degree in India, if you turned left, right, or behind you in the classroom, I'm sure that you saw fellow Indians, right? If you study at Coventry University London, you could speak to someone on your left side who's from China, on your right side, someone from Nigeria or South Africa, behind you could be a girl from Colombia, and it's really such a diverse environment. But not only that, the staff who make up Coventry University London are from all corners of the world as well. And with that comes a global outlook, but also opportunities. So we have links with industries and guest speakers and all these kinds of things from all over the world, and you benefit from all of that. We also have great accommodation, which is located just literally 30 seconds from the campus. So you can quite literally roll out of bed straight into the classroom. As I said, we prepare career-ready graduates. So besides all of that, because of course this is what you'll hear from me because I work there and I'm passionate about it and I love it, but also I want to give you some kind of real data and some real information about why I think that this is the right place for you. So one of the things that we benefit from is our teaching excellence framework. So we are rated gold for teaching. You might think that every university in the UK is ranked gold, but you'll actually be surprised that some of the large universities, for example, London School of Economics, which is one of the most highly ranked institutions in the world, they're actually ranked bronze for their teaching excellence framework, but we are ranked gold because we take teaching and learning very, very seriously. We have a mixture of the theoretical and the practical sessions in our modules. And like I said about the facilities, we have a financial suites, a Bloomberg trading floor, we have an S&P Capital IQ computer lab, and we give you all the licenses and all the tech, and we teach you how to use this stuff as well. We visit companies like Bloomberg, the Bank of England, the London Stock Exchange. It's super, super cool. You guys can take pictures. You can speak to people that work there. You can kind of network and really understand what it's like to work in some of these big global companies. We also have accreditations like ACCA for our accounting and finance, CMI, CIMA, CFA, and lots of other accreditations that are relevant to certain courses that we offer. And finally, we also offer industry placements and simulation projects. And we do that with the pure goal of getting you ready for the workplace. And Nicola's going to touch on that a little bit more when she talks about our talent team. So I won't go into too much detail. Now, I'm not going to go through this in full detail, but this makes me so proud because, like I say, I can tell you until the cows come home about how brilliant Coventry University London is, but don't just take my word for it. Do your own research. And this is just some of the rankings that we have. So we've been shortlisted for University of the Year, the University of the Year for Student Experience in 2019. We are a joint top modern university for career prospects. 4th in the UK for students overseas. We are top 30 in the world for international students. Top 30 in the world. There are many, many, many hundreds of thousands of education institutions in the world, and we are top 30 for international students. We are incredibly career focused. We are the joint top modern university for career prospects, as I said. And if you look down here below, you'll see some of the data that we have that we've collected through the government on the career prospects and employability of our students. So 97% of our undergraduate students either go to further study, like a master's, or are engaged in the workforce 1 year after they graduate, and 91% of our postgraduate students. Finally, just some more rankings for you to throw in your face. This is the QS University rankings. We are the only UK university to be rated 5 QS stars. So 5 QS stars for teaching, employability, internationalization, innovation, and finally, online learning. If you are interested and if I've piqued you at all, then I'm glad. Please stay with us. We have a January start, and we start toward the end of January, and we've got a brilliant suite of MSc and MBA courses for you to join. So you'll see that we have some really cutting edge and what I like to say, like quite sexy courses. For example, MSc FinTech. So London is actually the global hub for financial technology, and we offer the masters here at London. It's a 1-year course, or you can have the option of a 1-year master's with professional practice. And then after that, you gain from the graduate route, which is the new PSW, or the post-study work visa. We also have courses like Enterprise and Innovation. We've got our MSc Global Finance. We've got our MBA in International Human Resource Management. Our most popular one out of all of these is the one here at the bottom, which is the MBA in Global Business. We, by far, get the most students for this course, but really I'd like for some of you guys to also engage in some of these niche specialties. For example, the MBA in International Marketing or the MBA in Global Financial Services. All of these have really, really interesting modules, and they all have their own niche, and you can read about the course specifics on our website. But I also want to draw your attention to the MSc in International Fashion Marketing and the MSc in International Hospitality and Tourism Management. If there's any place to study fashion or tourism and hospitality, it's definitely London. London is the most visited city in Europe, and you might think of Milan and all these places, but actually London is also a major, major, major city for fashion. And with these courses, you get to study the business aspects of these fashion and hospitality and tourism. We have really good facilities. So we have fashion studios. We also have a hotel suite, which I think is really cool. I don't know how students resist the temptation to not just roll into bed when they're doing this, but one of our classrooms is actually a hotel suite. So for students who are doing our hospitality and tourism module, course, one of their modules is actually to set up a hotel room, and they get graded and quizzed and assessed on everything to do with this process. There's like a front check-in desk, there's a hotel room. So it's really bringing those real life experiences to you, which is really quite unique. At Coventry University London, we're a small campus, but we do still have all the great facilities and the support networks that you would expect out of such a brilliant award-winning university. So this is just a picture of some of our happy students in our student lounge. And within that student lounge area, you have a place to chill out. There's a pool table, there's vending machines, coffee machines. You can just kick back and meet new people, learn about our student union and things that are going on campus. But you also have some of our support staff there as well. So you have our international support team, which will help you with anything to do with visas and all this kind of stuff as well. We have our dedicated our dedicated building as well for postgraduates. So this is a separate kind of building, just 1 minute down the road. And this is only for our postgraduate students. And it's really, really sleek and really cool. And you've got big television screens here that show you the stock exchange and breaking news and things like that as well. This is the outside of our campus. So as you can see, it is a building like this. So it's not your traditional UK experience, but what we really pride ourselves is that we take the teaching and we take that seriously, but we bring it beyond the classroom and we really use our location for that. So you can see here some of the activities that we have. We've got guest speakers that come from Bloomberg, from the fintech industry, from Citibank, from Tesco's, from Morgan Stanley. We take our students on industry visits to the London Stock Exchange, to Metro Bank, to the Bank of England. We take them on field trips to the New York Stock Exchange. I will just say that there is an additional cost to that just to manage your expectations, but we set up everything for you. We help you guys get the visas. We guide you through everything, and our academic staff go with you to the New York Stock Exchange. You can't really get more hands-on than that. Here's a picture from one of our undergraduate classes, actually, that recently visited the Bloomberg European headquarters in London. And they had such a great experience and they absolutely loved it. So speaking of Bloomberg, our finance students can access the Bloomberg Institute's financial training course. So they benefit for free, by the way, from the e-learning courses, and they can really have the opportunity to learn that language of finance. They can discover the inner working of the markets, and most importantly, perhaps for you guys, is to learn the skill, but also to be able to evidence that skill. So you can actually put Bloomberg on your resume and to go to employers and say that you've been trained up on this and you have that experience. And really, to me, that's priceless, especially in such a fiercely competitive world of finance. This is just another kind of case study of some of those career industry visits that we do. So this was for our hospitality students, and we took them to the landmark London hotel, which is one of the most famous hotels in the world. I have not had the privilege of going, and I don't know if you have, but I'm very jealous of these guys that they actually got to go. They actually, not only did they get to go, they had an afternoon tea reception by the GM of the landmark hotel. That is pretty cool. They got to learn about all the aspects of operations of a five-star hotel. And they also got to have seminars, career workshops, networking, and things like that. Our fashion students also got a trip to go to France for Paris Fashion Week. This did have an additional cost, just to give you notification of that. But this is a really good opportunity as well, and they got to gain insights into the workings of the fashion industry. This is one of our photographs, and I just want to draw your attention to the buildings behind me. I don't know if you know this building here that is kind of a round shape that is right behind the girl in the red jumper. This is what we call the Gherkin. And this is one of the most famous buildings in London. And I really want you to notice the proximity. This picture is taken from our accommodation. And you can see that the girls here are sitting there having their Starbucks, talking to each other, presumably about their studies, but they're probably also gossiping and talking about friendly things. And you can see that the entire city of London is literally right behind them. So I just want you to really understand and grasp how unique our location is. We offer great academic supports. We have our assessment and feedback hours. We have course hours with our course directors. You can reach them by email and telephone, but these days, actually, we do most of our business through Teams, which is a version of Zoom, really. So everyone is really just right at your fingertips. We also offer additional support through our library, like spotlight sessions, English tutors, personal tutors. So if you, for example, feel like your presentation skills might be lacking or that you need to learn how to reference or anything like that, you can gain that additional support with our teams. And this is all free of cost as well. I'm going to hand over to my colleague, Nicola, because I know that most of you guys are here because you're interested in your career prospects and really what that degree can do for you. And we're really, really lucky that we've got an award-winning talent team located on all of our campuses at Coventry, and we've got our own team in London. So Nicola's going to share with you a little bit more about that and how you can benefit in some of the services. So Nick, over to you.
Thank you very much. So yes, as Selma's emphasised, we really focus on getting your career ready for your studies so that when you have graduated, you're going into employment. So what I'll do now is just show you a tiny bit about what our talent team will do for you. The first thing is they will really be involved with you from the moment that you enroll. So you'll get the opportunity to meet with the talent team. You can have one-to-one sessions with them. They'll also be part of your lectures, so it's very much embedded in your course. So it's not just something that happens towards the end of your studies. It started right from the beginning. It can be something like psychometric testing. So if anybody's heard of that, that's where they'll be assessing your knowledge, your skills, your development, and seeing what you're most suitable for. They'll then work with you on things like writing your resume, personal statement. They'll do CVs, and they'll also do interview preparation. So they'll do test interviews with you. You'll also be working on your social media accounts. So for example, LinkedIn. If you imagine when you first start your course, they help you with your LinkedIn account. And every single time you do anything that is beneficial to your career, it's been added constantly. So when you graduate, there's no starting from the beginning, it's all ready for you. And they also offer entrepreneurial support, which I will go into in a tiny bit more detail. But if any of you here are interested in owning your own business, working for yourselves, we do support that side as well as working within a company. And then anything else that you can think of, online resources, giving you additional support that can help you develop your career. Our careers team are really welcoming. They'll provide you with guidance. They're very supportive. They want to be involved. So please reach out to them whilst you're studying. Now, internships. All of you who study a master's course with us have the opportunity to do an internship. So if you are doing the MBA or you want to do an MSc, but just 1 year course, then during your second semester, you'll get the opportunity to do a 9-week internship. You will not be responsible for finding this company in advance. The talent team will work with you. They already have links with businesses. So what they will do is find what you're looking for and try and hopefully get you the most suitable internship available. Now, with our MSc courses, we offer a 6-month extended professional practice qualification. So instead of doing a 9-week internship during your course, you'll do 6 months where we will work with a company. Now you can actually mix this between multiple companies as well. So if you're not too sure which direction you're going in or what you finally got your idea on for career, then they will help you with maybe multiple internships. So you can get a really good, well-grounded knowledge, business knowledge, academic knowledge. And then they will also support you going forward after you've completed your internship. So the next thing is starting your own business. Now, we have got a fantastic enterprise hub and we call it an enterprise incubator. So it's for all you people who are interested in becoming working for yourself, owning your own company. You can have somebody from the talent team supporting you. They'll help you with a business plan. You wouldn't believe how many students just need those things like a business plan that can help them going forward. Then you can also use our address for trading purposes. So you've also got a central London trading address that you can use, which is fantastic. And the talent team are very much versed in the visa side of things. So if you are looking at continuing in an entrepreneurial way after you've graduated, then they'll help you with a startup visa as well. So that's really, really like a fantastic thing to take advantage of. And also, this is actually a nice image of our enterprise hub. So as you can see the space here, it's very much a business environment, taking away from that classroom environment, being in a business space, having your own desk, having your own environment to working, and working with the talent team so they can help you as best possible for your entrepreneurial skills. Okay, so moving forward, we're going to have just a quick go over student scholarships that we offer and the visa services. So as Selma mentioned earlier, all the support that is available to you, even though we are a smaller campus, there is people here on this campus to support you. So when it comes to your visa support, whilst you're studying, we will offer that here. But I'll just jump to what we have as our scholarships. So we offer an International Academic Excellence Award. Now this is for our January starters. If any of you are considering any later start, there will be scholarships, but this is just emphasising for January at the moment. Now, the one caveat I will mention, we do require a payment of £8,000 by the 1st of December. This is to enable us to give you a £1,500 scholarship. Now, it's an excellence award. It does not require an additional application. It is assessed as part of your application for the course. So the general requirement is 70% in academics or above. So no application is needed, and it will be deducted from your final semester tuition. Now, if any of you out there are not really at the 70% mark and you're slightly just wondering whether the scholarship's available to you, then all you have to do is please contact our admissions team as part of your application, and they can look at it as an individual assessment. And also the visa and immigration. Now, our SI UK team here will be able to answer any questions that you do have, so don't feel that you have to know these things immediately. They are here to support you, but they do, or well, I would like to emphasise that we do have the graduate immigration route, which is a brilliant opportunity for students to be able to continue after their studies with a visa. So any questions that you may have, we'll be able to answer at the end, but the SI UK team will be able to support you as well. Okay, what we're going to go on to now is the student fees that we offer. So this is for our January intake. So this fee here, as you can see, the MBA fee, MSc, if you decide to go for the extended professional practice, there is an additional cost there as well. So this covers the September that's just passed, the January, and then for the MBA route, we've also got that for May. And then when we go to the next September, there will be a slight increase in fees. So this is what's available for you now for January. And then the next slide that we'll go to, we're going to go into our amazing accommodation. I can't even begin to explain how absolutely wonderful this building is. It is located maybe a minute's walk away from our campus. If you leave the entrance of our campus and look across the street, you'll actually see our accommodation. That's how close you are. Unfortunately, that does mean that you have absolutely no excuse for being late to class, because you will, we can actually probably see you coming to the building. The building itself is called Chapter Spitalfields. Now, we work with Chapter, so if you decide to book accommodation with us, you will do so through our university team. This is the things that are available to you. There is actually a cinema built into the accommodation. This can be either used by accommodation to provide a group evening, or if you've got friends and you're wanting to just have your own cinema night, that is possible if nothing else is booked, which I think is pretty amazing that in the centre of London you can go to your own cinema for free. There is a gym built in, so with the cost of the accommodation, all this is within there. There is no additional costs for you to pay. The gym has classes available. There's private workout spaces, there's the free weight section, and this is all modernised and kept up to date. So everything is brand new, it's all clean, efficient, working really well, which is brilliant. There is also karaoke rooms on the ground floor. When we first opened, there was only one, and due to popularity, we now have 2 karaoke rooms. So hopefully you enjoy karaoke. There is a fantastic space, which is like a ground floor area with the whole ceiling is just glass covering, so you can see all natural light. During the day, it's used when you're in between classes. You can just sit and relax, read a book, get a Starbucks, because they have a Starbucks coffee bar next door. Or on an evening, they actually have a music and acoustic night, so you can have these really lovely gatherings with other students in a really social environment. And then apart from the rooms that are available, probably the best thing is on the 32nd floor, we have got a sky lounge. It's absolutely stunning. The panoramic view of London, especially on an evening when the sun's going down, it's lit up with these beautiful warm ambient lights. There's music playing, you can have something to drink, there's restaurant style food being served. There is a library upstairs that you can just sit down, so you can sit above and look over everything, and you can see all of London. So it is really, really wonderful place to go. And I'll go into what rooms we offer with the accommodation now. So we've got the bronze studio room. That's all self-contained, so nobody is expected to share a room with anybody. That's not what is offered in the accommodation. You have your own space, you have your own like desk area, there's a kitchenette area, bedroom, and then bathroom facilities. So these things are all your own. There's also a floor to ceiling window, so you can get a lot of natural light, and you can open the door and you can actually get a really nice fresh air coming through. So it's a lovely space. And a fantastic thing that the accommodation team do, which I don't know if you've heard of, IKEA, they take all the students on a minibus at the beginning of the start of their term, and they'll take them to IKEA so they can buy things to decorate their rooms. They can just make it a bit more homely for just while you're away from home. The next room that we have available is the 2-bedroom apartment. So if any of you at the moment maybe you've got a friend who's coming to university with you by coincidence, or you just reached out and you want to be around somebody that you might be familiar with, when you're booking your room, you can make that request. So then you can be sharing these 2-bedroom apartment with a friend. You would still have your own room which locks, so that area is still private and your own, but you have a kitchen space and a bathroom and living area that you would share. Now, depending on the floor that you go for, some of them go up to the 31st floor, so you can have an absolutely amazing view. So you could open your window every morning and just look over London, which I think if you're doing a business course and you're working in the financial district, there's probably not much more that can be inspirational than overlooking London when you wake up in the morning, which is brilliant. So hopefully that's given you a bit of a breakdown of the accommodation that we offer. And I would like to mention with this fee here, if you were to start looking at private rooms and then looking at the travel costs of going in and out from like different zones to get to the campus, this price here is really, really good. It's a good challenging price against what costs would be if you were looking at private accommodation. So please don't see that price and think, oh my goodness. If you were to look at renting, traveling, all those other things, and all that pressure as well, you want to be able to do your studies, wake up in the morning, come straight to class, no pressure. This is a really good price and it enables you to have a fantastic experience. As Selma was saying, we're so close to Liverpool Street Station. There is nowhere in London that you can't get to within about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. And even from where you're staying, you can walk 2 minutes and you are by Spitalfields Market, which is a fantastic market, which I believe has actually been going since the 1600s. It's a really historical place to go. It's got loads of different types of places to eat around there. There's also 10 minutes walking, you can get to Shoreditch, which is a really cool, like urban kind of space. We have graffiti everywhere, and there's cocktail bars, and there's art galleries, pop-up art galleries, and things like that. So all these creative spaces. And you can also walk to, you know, like London Bridge. It's that close proximity to all the really good things around London. So bear that in mind when you're just looking at the cost of things. We do have more information on our website about the accommodation. And also, as we've said, there's a question and answer session coming up. So if you do have any questions regarding this, then please feel free to send us a question. Okay, and then I believe now we're going to come to the question and answer. Our email address is on this presentation here. So if this, for any reason, something that you've not thought of after it comes to mind, then please send us an email. We'll definitely be happy to help. Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks, Nicola, and thank you everybody for your attention. I also just want to put the accommodation here into context for you, because sometimes I think, like Nicola said, students can go, you know, when they see the prices. But just to put this into context, I'm in my house now and I work for Coventry University, London, and it takes me about an hour and 45 minutes to get into work, even though I technically live in Zone 2 on the edge of Zone 3 of London. And I pay more than double this price for my apartment. So really, this is a very competitive price in central London, especially considering that it includes your gym membership, it includes your social stuff. You don't need to have travel costs on top. So just keep that in mind as well. And you get that kind of really 5-star concierge service on top of that. A lot of people do have friends and family in London. You know, we are a global capital, and a lot of people will have a cousin of a cousin of a cousin's in-law or something that lives maybe in North London or in Kent or somewhere on the outskirts. And a lot of students say, oh, I might live with this person. But you'll soon find that they may come for the first week and live with this relation, but they almost always then come back to us and say, actually, how do I book accommodation closer to campus? Because the travel time across London can be quite a lot, and it can cost you quite a lot as well. So just keep that in mind. Okie doke. So like Nicola said, we'll keep this slide up so that you have our contact email. If you email this, it goes directly to me and Nicola's phone, and we are here for you. If we can't answer, then we would pass it on to our colleague Rahul, who is based in India, and he has a whole team behind him as well to answer anything specific. So I think, Deepika, if it's okay with you, we can go on to the Q&A.
Thank you, Salma. Let's start with the question answer session. So the first question is, what are the job opportunities during studies?
Okay, that's a good question. So the job opportunities during studies. So all students who come to the UK on a student visa are able to work part-time. So part-time work in the UK means that you can work up to 20 hours a week. A lot of our students will find employment in local supermarkets. They'll find it in kind of local restaurants or coffee shops, things like this. We also offer our students an opportunity to become a student ambassador. And this is not a full 20 hours a week. This is on an ad hoc basis. So it's basically if and when we need you, we'd be calling you to do a piece of work for us. And usually students can expect to make between £8 and £9 per hour for those opportunities. One thing to keep in mind, and let's just all be super realistic here, because of coronavirus, all of the retail and hospitality has been closed for most of the year. So students will find it difficult in this current economic climate, if they come in January, to find a job in a bar or a restaurant or in a local shop because of the impact. However, our student ambassador scheme is still open, and really we want you guys to focus on what comes after university. So we want you to enjoy the academic time that you're with us and gear you up for those internships or the real career jobs at the end of your studies.
Thank you. The next question, how many years of work experience do I need to enroll in your MBA program?
That's a really good question. You actually don't need any work experience. And I actually just want to defer here to my colleague Rahul, because not only does Rahul work for us, he's actually one of our wonderful, super successful, great graduates. Aren't you, Rahul?
Yes. So yeah, I studied at the London campus and I studied MBA Global Business. I had a work ex of around 2.5 years. So that's the speciality of the MBA courses that we run at the London campus, that the candidates would need a work ex from 0 to 3 years. So yeah, that's one of the advantages you have at the London campus.
Thank you. The next question, what career opportunities are available after MBA courses with experience?
Nicola, do you want to take that one? What career opportunities are available after MBA students graduate?
Yeah, I mean, as you saw with the ranking and the information we provided at the beginning, 97% of our students will go on to further employment. Now, this could be either remain in the UK, if you're looking at the graduate visa route, or this could be when you return home. The main emphasis for the university is to make you employment ready. So we will be providing you with all the support that you would need so that when you get to graduation, you have companies that you want to apply for. The careers team has supported you with the interview preparation. We will not be giving you, like, finding you a company and be like, right, this is available as in it's a guarantee. There is still an application process, but what we will aim to do is making sure you're as prepared as possible. Our careers team will help you to have with the interview techniques, with submitting an application. So if you're close to graduation, maybe there's a company that you would like to work with, you've done a bit of research on them, you know what you're looking for, the careers team will support you as much as possible with your progression. It won't just be you qualify and that is the completion. They will help you as much as possible. Now, when you do your internship, some of the companies that we have worked with previously is we work with City Cruises, which is a cruise company or a hospitality company that offer cruise boats that go up and down the Thames. So a lot of our students have got experience there. And we've worked with hotels like Ritz London. So students have had internship experience with 5-star hotels. When you take that experience combined with the support that the talent team will provide you with, you're looking at employment in a really confident way so that you are prepared and ready to go forward into employment once you've finished.
Absolutely.
Thank you. The next question. I have 3 years of experience in online marketing. Can I apply for an MBA? Is there any specialized MBA for 1 year duration?
I mean, it would also depend on your undergraduate course. So although you have the experience, if you also have your bachelor's degree, then absolutely, we would welcome your application. You can see here, if you're looking at marketing, you could maybe look at an MBA International Marketing. Also, the MBA in Global Business is kind of a general MBA. That's the one that Rahul did, and that has some marketing modules in it as well. Nicola, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, you can really, the emphasis on our MBAs is being able to really support you from the beginning. So if you are maybe wanting to, you've got experience in digital marketing, but you're looking to change ever so slightly, Global Business would be really beneficial because it covers a wide range of modules. It's not too embedded in a particular area. You will cover marketing, management, business and finance, and there's a slight area in law, like business law as well. If you're then looking maybe to go into international marketing or something along those areas, like human resource management, you may have a background in marketing, but the tutors will support you going forward if you're looking to just change ever so slightly. Hopefully that answered.
Thank you. The next question. What are the scholarships available?
Oh,
okay. So
okay. Let me just get to the slide, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
So as you can see here, this is a scholarship that we have available for January. So that's a £1,500 scholarship that will be deducted from your final semester tuition. There's no separate application process. So you'll be assessed for the scholarship as part of your course application. The only 2 requirements is that a 70% or above in academics, but we will look at any student that might have slightly lower. Please don't let that deter you from applying, and we'll still take that into consideration. The other one is a payment of £8,000 by the 1st of December. Now, I do recognise we are quite close to the 1st of December, but we will work as fast as we can if you were to submit an application. So those are the only 2 requirements that are required for the International Academic Excellence Award.
I'll just add to that obviously we have a May intake, we have a September intake. So we always have had some kind of scholarship opportunity for all students leading up to an individual intake, but we don't always get to know them this much in advance. So if you are looking to join us for next September 2021, those announcements are usually made after Christmas. But you can usually bet on something between £1,000 up to £3,000 off your tuition fees. And our tuition fees are actually very competitive, especially for London. If you look at our ranking, our tuition fee, what you actually get and the return on investment, and you couple that with the scholarship, you will quickly see why Coventry University London is such a great place for you to study, and indeed why we are so popular, especially amongst international students.
Thank you. The next question. What are the career opportunities available after MBA courses? I think you have already answered that. So the next question, PhD, the details about the courses in PhD in pharmaceuticals.
That's a good question. We don't, at Coventry University London, we are primarily a business school, so we don't actually offer courses in biosciences. However, our Coventry main campus, which is located in Coventry, they have a really, really good department. So what I would recommend is that you look on the website, SIUK, and us here, Nicola, myself, Rahul, we don't deal with PhDs. We only deal with the undergraduate, master's, and MBA. So if you are interested in a PhD, you would have to go onto our website and navigate through that yourself to see if there's any opportunities. What I say to all PhD students is that the best resource I can think of for a PhD is a website called findaphd.com. And this gives you lots of opportunities across the world of partly funded, fully funded, or self-funded PhD opportunities. So I'm sorry that I can't answer that question much better than that.
Thank you. The next question. What is an average salary in the UK post completing MBA? What is the employment rate of Coventry University?
Average salary, we don't have the data for that, so we wouldn't be able to give you like an exact one, but Nicola and I, we can certainly give you an anecdotal salary from what we know as graduates and as people living here in London. So I would say that the average salary for a graduate, if you live in London, would be anywhere between 25,000 up to 32,000 pounds per year. If you live outside of London, it's often a little bit less, but that's because it reflects that the living costs outside of London can be less. I don't know, Nicola, if you agree with that.
I agree with that. Yeah, definitely. And we've got the percentages of career progression earlier, as you can see, we're going through to the slide now.
So you can see here, in terms of the employability of our graduates, we are indeed the joint top modern university for career prospects in the United Kingdom, which is like an incredible, incredible achievement. So 97% of our undergraduate students and 91% of our postgraduate students, excuse me, are either employed or engaged in further study 6 months after they graduate. So if you are unlucky to be in that 8% of students that are not employed or not in further study, then you can still reach out to us, and our talent team and our alumni team will support you with further guidance. But you can see that the absolute overwhelming majority of our students do get jobs after graduation. And don't forget, guys, there's lots of factors to why someone wouldn't get a job. So, you know, women get married, we get pregnant, you know, there's lots of reasons why you don't enter the workforce straight away. People go traveling in the UK. That's a really popular thing to do. That is, they study and they go 6 months traveling. You probably see them in India sometimes with their big backpacks and whatever. This is a popular thing to do as well. So it's not necessarily that they're not able to get a job, but sometimes people don't join the workforce straight away. So keep that in mind as well.
Thank you. The next question. What are the top UK employers post completing your MBA program?
The top UK employers once completing our MBA program?
Yeah.
Again, we don't keep the data in that way. So you guys are asking really, really good and challenging questions. But the way that we have to answer this is data driven, and we don't keep, as a university, we don't keep the data in that way. We have connections with lots of major employers, you know, Lloyd's Insurance Company, Bloomberg, Citibank, Central Bank of England, all those kinds of opportunities, but we don't actually keep the data of what the top employers are in that way. So we're not really able to answer that question in the way that you might want us to. Nicola, I don't know if you have anything to add to that.
No, I think it's going back to similar to what I answered earlier. We support you throughout your studies. We want you to graduate and be ready for employment. We don't know until we talk to you where you would like to work. And then once the talent team know what you want to do, they will be doing everything they can to make you as ready as possible for it. So if you want to work with a large financial company, then what they will do is help you with tailored CVs, help you with your interview techniques, help you with your financial language, and then they will be able to support you if you were to go forward to these companies. That's the kind of support and what we will offer. And we will also get you internships within a company that will best reflect what you want to do as a career. And that's how we can support you.
Thank you. The last question. I have 13 years of experience and age of 35. Can I join MBA program?
Absolutely. Definitely. You sound like a fantastic candidate for our MBA program. So we would also need to assess your undergraduate degree or any of your pre-qualifications. And then there might be things like English language qualifications and things that SIUK, once you put in your application, they'll walk you through that. But you sound like an amazing candidate and we'd love to have you. So definitely.
So we have one more question now. One student wants to ask, what's the difference between international MBA and global business MBA?
Let me just go to the slide. So you're asking what's the difference between international marketing MBA?
Yeah, maybe yes. And then the global business MBA.
I think it's more just a slight alternate wording, really. All of our qualifications are focused on giving you skills that can be either used here or internationally. So that's the use of the term global and international. So really, I'd probably say that the difference really is business or marketing. We're still going to be giving you a global qualification. It's just that's the terminology that's being used. So I'd look more for yourself, if you're looking at what you want to do for your studies, I'd look more at the course breakdown, the modules that we offer. We also have all the course information available to download as a PDF document, so you can see the assessment process, the module marking, how you will be learning your learning outcomes. So I would look more from that perspective at the modules that you'd be studying to match what you're looking for.
Yeah, the student wants to know that which course is better.
They're all
well, okay, so what I would suggest for you, I'm sorry that I can't see your name, but what I would suggest is that perhaps you book in a counseling session with SIUK or with our colleague Rahul, and that he can really, our team in SIUK or Rahul can talk to you about your specific goals. I mean, we can't tell you what's better for you. In terms of the ranking of the course, everything, they're both the same, your accreditation is the same, but you need to work out, like, what is your career goal and what drives you? What are you passionate about? And what do you want to achieve? And then you can look at the module breakdown and the course outcomes to see what is the right decision for you. I guess, Rahul, if you want to come on, Rahul did the MBA in global business. So Rahul, I don't know if you want to say a few words about the things you studied and your experience with that.
Yeah, sure. So as Nicola said, MBA in global business and international MBA is about the same. It's just an alternative wording to the course. But if you talk about international marketing MBA and global business MBA, I think this is a form of specialization that you would see at the London campus. So if you look at the MBA courses at our London campus, they are much more focused to, which career path you would like to go after you complete your MBA. So I think you should definitely either get in touch with me or the counselors at SIUK, or else you can go ahead and check the modules and compare it for yourself and understand which one would suit better for your, career ahead.
Absolutely. That's really good advice, Rahul.
So we are done with the questions. You guys have something to say to the students. Please go forward.
I just want to say thank you so much for spending your afternoon / our morning together. I really enjoyed this session, and I hope that you've gotten something out of this. And I really hope that perhaps you're able to visualize yourself standing in the middle of these streets, looking up at these huge skyscrapers and joining us at Coventry University, London. We are still very much open for our January intake. We start classes toward the end of January, and don't worry, we have a total plan in place for COVID. If there's any further lockdowns, then we do allow our students or travel restrictions, we do allow our students to actually start their courses online from their home countries in case you are delayed in traveling over to the UK because of COVID-related measures. So we have everything in place for you. I just want to reiterate that, you know, we are a small community and we are really close-knit, we're really warm, and our ultimate goal is to make you happy and successful. So there's 2,000 students with us at the moment from over 110 nationalities. We support you with the concierge service of the international office, which Nicola, myself, Rahul, and many other people are a part of. We support you with scholarship. We support you with your academic teaching. We support you with having fun things to do. We also know you guys want to go shopping, you want to party, you want to do social things. We have a great student union. We have lots of things going on in that aspect. We've got award-winning 5-star accommodation. We really take your career goals seriously, and we try to nurture you and make that happen for you. So I really think that Coventry University London is a great place, hopefully for you. And if you have any questions about this or anything that we've said, our email address is here. We are here for you. We respond within 24 hours. So get in touch, and we hope to meet you and see you soon.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. And looking forward for another time also. Thank you so much. So bye-bye for this time. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.